Hello, welcome to Stardew Valley. I am starting a new game right now, and I am doing uh, a let's play of it, I guess. This is my first time trying to do this, so bear with me, and we'll see how it goes. The people just staring at everyone in the cubicles is so creepy. And all the surveillance cameras. Ugh, working in that kind of environment sounds so stressful. This guy just dead at the workplace. Oh yeah, so I named my farm Pothos Farm. Fun fact, if anyone likes plants, golden pothos are a very common house plant actually. And they're great for like hanging basket plants because they grow down in like kind of trailing stems with a bunch of leaves. But anyway, NASA did a study actually about the top 10 most air purifying plants in order to see what plants would be best on the International Space Station, I believe. Um, and golden pothos is one of the 10. So is peace lily and snake plant and aloe vera, which are also pretty common plants to get. Golden pothos is actually also one of many pothos because there's also like silver pothos and neon pothos and pearls and jade pothos. And I have several kinds now at my house, so. I wonder if I've ever been here before, like my character, because, like, where did I visit my grandfather before in the flashback? Lewis gets so offended on my behalf. I love it. So I'm currently playing this game in another save file, and on that one I'm in year 4. So it's gonna be kind of weird to get used to everything being really low level and having like no energy. But I think I'm going to try to save up as much as I can at the beginning of the game so that I can buy strawberry seeds later. I want to get those soon because those are really good, especially once I can get casks and kegs. So I think my goal for today is to water these, clear some of the farm until I have enough, or until I've used up the energy. Maybe see if I can find some mixed seeds as well. And then, depending how late it is, then probably go to town and try to meet some people. I am playing the Four Corners farm as well, and so I think my goal is to start by clearing this whole section. There are some parts that I can't actually clear yet, like the larger stumps and rocks. But the little stuff I can do. Oh, I want to also be able to actually make a chest today as well, because I'm gonna have no inventory space just in the game. I also want to try to become friends with Linus soon, because he's like one of my favorite characters in this game. Mixed seed, yes. I think I'm gonna make a little area for mixed seeds right here. Okay, so that is enough to actually be able to make a chest now. So I can actually start putting stuff as storage now, which is gonna be great. Inventory space this early is definitely a challenge, but we'll work with it. Also, like I said, this is my first time trying a recording like this, so bear with me. It probably won't be perfect at first, but I would love any suggestions or constructive criticism. My energy is really low, so I think I'm gonna go try to talk to people and find some forage. Oh, I can actually go see Gunther now as well, because it's not that late. So I'll probably go do that now as well. And then maybe go try to see Linus. Penny, hi. So I think I'm actually gonna go get some seeds now. Um, I do want to save money at the beginning of the game, but I also think that they're a good investment, especially if I get grain beans because they just keep growing. So I think that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'll also say hi to some new people. Thank you, Leah. Oh yeah, so like I'm playing a female character right now, and that's weird for me because I always forget that gender is actually a thing that you can select at the beginning of this game. So, yeah, I'm actually playing someone with a gender currently. I guess every other time I've like been male, which is the default for this game. But I always kept forgetting that the character was gendered until someone would be like, "Oh yeah, Mister," and I'd be like, "Oh yeah," or they'd be like, "Son" or "Boy" or something, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, gender." Oh, this guy up here. I find him very interesting because he appears and is like working here, and then he just vanishes and is never seen again in the game. But like, I want to know his life story. No, I'm not trying to give him a gift. I'm trying to talk. Thank you. My goal is to meet everyone I can by the first week. I also want to try to actually get animals early on because I feel like I always wait until pretty late in the game to do that because usually I prioritize crops. and I want to try something a little bit different now. Also, since I'm doing remixed community center bundles in this game, I'm not sure exactly what items I'll need for that, so I'm just gonna save a lot of things right now. I'm gonna do the rest of this planting. These are gonna be on trellises, so I know I don't have very much energy, but I need to plant them. I do have things in here that I can eat. Or actually, I could also go get spring onions as well. I love the water animation in this game. It looks so cool. And when it rains, that looks really nice also. So now that I have some more things to use as snacks, I think I'll be able to plant and water everything that I need to. Spring onions don't sell for a whole lot, so at this point I think they're more useful to me as energy. This tree is very much in the way of my plants now. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna clear a bit of stuff with the scythe because that doesn't require any energy, and then head to bed for the night. Tomorrow I think I will try to meet some more people and take care of my plants and stuff, and then see about doing some more foraging, or maybe Is it day 2 or day 3 that you get the fishing pole? At some point doing some fishing once I am able to. Ooh, yes, field snack is really useful. That's great. And also, spring seeds, I think. I've never really made a lot of use of those. But I also think that it could be useful, especially early on, because you can just use it from forage. You don't have to actually spend money on buying seeds. So, we'll see. I might actually try that. Actually, what is the... Yeah, I think I actually have all of those things right now. So I could make those. Okay, so now I have some spring seeds to plant, and I don't have to spend as much on buying seeds right now, so we'll see if that's actually useful. I've never done that this early in the game before. I'm also hoping to find some seeds from trees soon so that I can start making snacks. Now I'm going to go to the beach to see Willy and try to get as many fish as I can today because I think that they'll be a good source of early game income, but also I want to try to save some of the fish so that I will be able to have them if I need them for the community center. Catfish. I mean, 600 gold for a catfish is pretty good. But also, I wonder who Linus is having a tea party with if he kind of likes to avoid the townspeople. Hmm. Actually, so my friend was the one who first showed me this game, and like the first day that we were playing together and we got the fishing pole, I actually hooked one of the legendary fish, but then I was at like level 0 fishing, so I obviously couldn't catch it. But it was fascinating because I have hooked several legendary fish in my other games, but never that early in the game. It was like the second day of the game, and it was like the first day I had a fishing pole at all, and it was very unexpected for me. Also, I had no idea what it was and why it was significant at the time, but I was like, why is this fish wearing a hat? And my friend's like, what? And then later I found out that the legendary ones have like little red hats. In a little bit, I'm gonna go fish at the river because Linus wanted a catfish, and that is a river fish. But I'm gonna see if I can get anything and then sell a few things to Willie first. I cannot use bait this early in the game, but it will be useful later. So. I am also going to be saving seaweed so that later on I can make fish ponds. I also do need to start meeting some more of the townspeople soon, but I think I'll use my energy first and then do that. Actually, for other people who've played this game, I've seen some people play it who really dislike certain characters, and I don't understand why for a lot of them. Like, I know some people really hate, like, Abigail, um, and, like, is that just because they lost to her at the egg hunt, or what? Like, if you're one of the people who really dislikes a certain character, why do you dislike them? I'm not trying to be judgmental, I just genuinely don't understand because I don't dislike any character specifically. Think I'm going to go donate that before the museum closes and then try to get a catfish, or I might actually drop stuff off from my inventory space and then go back to the river just so that I don't have to choose between items. And there's more people to meet. Okay. Me, Penny, Leah, and Robin can be like the red-headed group. And now I think I'm gonna go drop these things off and then come back and do some more fishing afterwards when I have more inventory space. I'm excited to level up in fishing because I think that means that casting the line takes less energy each time. So I'm looking forward to that because right now energy is not something that I have in high supply. Especially since forage items aren't the highest energy increase compared to some crops or like cooked meals. So I'm hoping that I can make field snacks soon. I have the recipe now, I just need actually the resources to make it. Let's see if there's anyone in here that I haven't met yet. Hi, Lewis. I also do English. Cool. Oh yeah, actually I can meet a bunch of people today. Huh. What did she imagine me as? I don't know. I'd say Robin is probably one of the most fit, just because of how much manual labor she does. But maybe Marnie should be too. I mean, a mist of sweat. That is a very elegant way of putting it. Hi, Elliot. I talked to you already today. If you guys also play this game, what's your favorite map to play on? I've played on the regular default one, and then I've played on Four Corners a lot, and I enjoy that one. And I also have played on the Monster Farm briefly, but I haven't ever played the Beach Farm. It seems interesting though. Maybe I'll do that at some point. I also think it's very weird in this game how many pairs of broken glasses you can find in the water. I mean, out of all the things to find as trash, that one seems strange because it's like you'd think that people would actually notice if their glasses, and see, there are broken glasses right there. But you'd think that people would actually notice if they're like out walking and their glasses fall into the river or something. Unless everyone just breaks an insane amount of glasses and throws them into water. But also, there are very few characters in this game that you actually see wearing glasses when you talk to them. So, are they just like the few characters who do constantly breaking their glasses? Or losing them in the river? I mean, out of all the accessories to potentially lose, I feel like your glasses would be kind of noticeable if they fall off the bridge into the water. I'm gonna say hi to a few people in here that I haven't met yet. Hey, Pam. Thanks. Talked to you already. Nope, I'm too poor to afford any of that. I want to get recipes at some point. Shane, I know that you have a difficult time, so I won't be too upset that you're being really rude, but you're being so mean and I'm just trying to say hi. JoJo's like the one piece of trash that I actually really like finding right now because you can get it out of your inventory easily by just drinking it, and it gives you energy. My goal is to get to level 1 fishing either today or tomorrow because I think it will be a really good thing to level up early on because then I can actually catch better quality fish and they're a good way to get income right now. Perfect catch. Yay! Very excited to get more energy and level up things enough that the skills make it so that doing certain actions don't require as much energy. I think I'll sell the rest of this. Have at least one of all of those fish right now, and then go to bed. And tomorrow I think it's going to be raining, which means that I won't have to spend energy. Yes, level 1 fishing. I won't have to spend energy on watering plants, which will be really useful. Not bad for the first day of fishing, especially since I kept a bunch of the fish. Okay, so I think I'm off to the river to do some fishing early, use up some of the inventory space, and then I'll probably go to Willie to sell things partway through the day. See if I can get the fish Linus wants. And then we'll see what I decide to do from there. This is probably going to be the last day I do in this particular video because I have other things to do tonight. If you follow my channel, you may know by now that I'm actually in the process of moving. I'm not sure if I'm going to post this video first moving vlog, but my sister talked me into vlogging some of the moving process. So I do have a lot to do for packing my apartment and getting ready to move. And I'm driving to my parents' house tonight with some plants and some stuff and staying there for the weekend. So if you're interested in actually seeing my whole moving process, feel free to subscribe. Or if you want to see more Stardew, subscribe. I will probably be doing more of those videos as well. I've also seen some people doing the 100 Days Stardew series. And I think that would be interesting to do, but I feel like I might actually do it a bit differently than what I've seen them do. And maybe do a whole year in-game, which I believe is 112 days instead of 100, just because I feel like it makes more sense to go by the months in the game, not by 100 just being a round number. So, I don't know. I'd be interested to hear people's thoughts. My fishing level is so low. The fishing bar is so small. I'm not used to this. When I first played this game, I was absolutely terrible at the fishing game. And then, after a few days, I feel like I got better, but I keep, like, overcompensating for being at a lower level, and it's messing me up. But I feel like, with practice, I'll improve at that, and then at some point I'm gonna get the leveled up fishing rod, although I think that's not my priority right now because I am saving up for the backpack upgrade first, and then I want to have as much as I can to spend on strawberry seeds, I believe that's at the Egg Festival, so those are my top 2 priorities that I'm saving for right now. I may end up getting some more seeds at some point, but I don't know. Right now I feel like I want to actually focus on saving up for strawberries rather than buying as many seeds as I can as soon as I can, which is strange because that is kind of the opposite of how I've played in every other game. I like this game because it's a very casual, and you don't have to be good at it to have fun with it. You don't have to be perfect and have really good reaction to still enjoy it, and I think that that's really useful for me because I actually didn't get into video games until I was like 19 or no 18, and so I've only really been playing for a few years, and with some games they're fun, but you kind of have to be good at them, especially if you're like on a team with people, and if you do badly it affects them too. But with this you can just play, and even if you're playing with someone else, like if you mess up, like if you're in the mines or something and you pass out from exhaustion, if you're sharing money, you'll be charged a bit, but it doesn't like dramatically hurt their game, which is really nice. And I feel like the community, because it's kind of casual and easy, isn't as toxic as some video game communities that I know. So overall I really like this game. Ooh, interesting. I was not expecting to get that, but that's exciting. I need a catfish though, because that's what I need for the quest, so it's great that I'm getting all these other fish, but catfish is the one that's necessary right now. It's strange being early enough in the game that all of the pretty much everything I find I haven't donated yet, so everything is new. My other game, there's so many that I've already gotten that it's really hard to find new things. Also, worms. Also, I have no inventory. I'm gonna drop that. And then I'm gonna drop the clay. No, it won't let me drop the clay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna go sell some fish and then go back and get the clam and then come sell the clam. That was actually pretty good for those. Like I said, I'm trying to keep some of the fish for community center since it's remixed and I'm not sure exactly what it's going to want. But with the forage like clams and oysters and stuff, I think that at this point I will have a lot of other opportunities to get them. So I'm just trying to focus on actually getting fish, and I'll keep those, and then the forage stuff I'll come back for later. Right now I also do need to be saving up for backpack upgrades so that then I can actually hold fishing and forage and treasure chest stuff all at once. So right now, it's very tedious having to walk back and forth every time I want to keep things. Maybe by the end of this week, I will be able to actually afford the backpack upgrade if I'm able to be responsible with my funds. I don't know if I'll actually be able to get a catfish in time for what Linus needs it for, but I will continue to try. New person, I don't think I've said hi to you. Yes, hi. Any new people? No, I've met all of you. Unless there's someone over here. Oh, there is. Hello. Your hair spike in the front is on the opposite side when I look at you here versus when I look at you here. It's going the other way. No, don't sit down. Say hi. Oh my gosh. Stop it. I've seen lots of frogs. I have felt bad about scaring them out from under the grass that I'm cutting. Hello, Shane. Okay, well, I don't have time to chat with you either because I'm fishing right after I say hi to Harvey. See, Harvey and Pierre wear glasses. Is it just like the two of them losing all of their glasses and making all of the broken glasses in the river? Or does everyone secretly wear glasses, they just don't because they've all lost them in the river? These are the important questions. Another smallmouth bass. Okay. Even if I don't get the catfish today, I think I'll still have a good profit from fish. So either way, I think it will be useful. I just won't get friendship points with Linus. I'll be letting him down, but I think it will be okay. I'll be able to do other quests for him later on. The sound effects of the rain in this game are really nice as well. Very peaceful and relaxing. I feel like I've broken my own record with fish lengths a lot today. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. I will save that for energy, but I really just want a fish right now. Yes! Oh my gosh, I'm going to go try to give this to Linus really quickly to see if I can actually complete this quest. I hope I can still talk to him. It is kind of late. Oh, I can. Yes. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, Linus. But I did bring you what you wanted. Oh, that's useful. I'm that much closer to actually getting my backpack upgrade. I think I'm going to try to cut down a few more trees before I go to bed because I would like to get enough wood to repair the bridge soon, and I don't want to go to bed quite yet. Let me get rid of those actually so that I can walk. I know it's getting late, but I have trees to chop and no inventory space, but that's fine because I will sell these and then go get this, not get stuck behind that. Thank you. I will go in now, but I think that today was pretty productive. I got to level 2 fishing. That's very exciting. I can't use bait yet because I don't have the correct fishing pole, but I'm actually pretty close to being able to get a upgraded backpack, which is really great. So thank you for watching, and if you're interested in seeing things about my moving adventure and buying a house, or more Stardew Valley, feel free to subscribe. And I'd love your feedback on um, things that I did well or things that I could improve or just what you thought. And if you have any suggestions for me in the game as well, I'd be happy to hear that as well. So, see you next time.